After many customer interviews and projects, we found that customers really want to leverage their current investment in CAD as much as possible to improve their total design to manufacturing workflow. This approach gives them the competitive edge by eliminating touches, reducing errors, and removing steps between the shop and engineering. In today's times, it's even more important to get the most out of your investments in technology. The eSuite system for Autodesk Inventor is a set of tools that allow you to streamline your engineering to manufacturing tasks using Autodesk Inventor at its core. In a typical engineering to manufacturing workflow, several touches to the design information occur. First, engineering creates a design. In reality, all design-related information has already been defined at this point. The next functions are largely translation functions, taking the design information and translating it into another form. Translations such as bill of material entry for ordering purposes, DXF file creation for CNC machines, and shop order creation to communicate, in an organized way, the instructions to the shop personnel of what all it takes, the how, the when, and the where, to make the designs come to life. The unfortunate truth is that those translations by different team members often require manually interacting with an existing computer system in some way. The eSuite system is designed to help you automate those functions and automate the design information translations for the shop. All three components of the eSuite system can be implemented independently. In this video, we will look at the total workflow using all three components. The eProp system helps you easily manage your component information using Inventor iProperties. The eRelease system allows you to produce a variety of outputs such as bill of material export, PDF files, CNC files, etc., and allows you to automatically commit a design to your document management system at the same time. The eShop system allows you to create shop orders for all components of your design in one quick operation. We will show a creative implementation using the eShop system to print one page per order, one side showing the shop order and the other side showing the drawing. Let's take a brief look at each part of the eSuite system, starting with eProps, the configurable iProperty editor system. An often overlooked opportunity is the effective use of Inventor iProperties. iProperties are simply buckets within the Inventor file to store component information. Those buckets of information can be used to streamline the downstream operations of data entry and bill of material creation while also creating a method to easily find those existing designs with the document management system. Unfortunately, the iProperty editing tools built into Inventor do not make it easy to enter that information. Let's take a look. After launching the standard iProperty editing dialog included with Inventor, you'll notice that I have a number of tabs across the top. Each tab has a number of iProperties within it, most of which I do not care about entering for my particular workflow needs. You'll also notice that I'm only presented with the iProperties for the active file, the blower assembly. From this interface, I cannot see or edit the iProperties of the blower assembly's component parts or subassemblies. Let's make a change to the description iProperty within the Project tab. Unfortunately, there's no data validation on this dialog, so I can make my description too long to fit in the drawing title blocks within a field in my back office solution. From this interface, the iProperties are simply text boxes without knowledge of company standards, so I'm allowed to type in any data in any field potentially violating company standards. I'm even able to violate the simplest of standards by entering a mixture of case and invalid characters. In this way, the Inventor standard dialog is allowing me to do the wrong thing. Let's take a look at the custom iProperties. I have a number of custom iProperties shown here for my particular workflow needs. From this interface, I cannot tell the possible values or limits for each per my company standard. For instance, the item type iProperty does not tell me its possible values and certainly doesn't make it clear what FA really means. Let's take a look at how eProps makes iProperty entry much easier while also promoting company standards, keeping the user between the ditches, so to speak. First off, we see 4 tabs across the top. From this interface, we can easily edit the iProperties of all assembly, weldment, part, and sheet metal components within the blower assembly. You can also see that we have 2 tabs with red X's indicating that tab contains components which do not pass validation. Let's take a look at the first tab that does not pass validation, the Assembly tab. The red X on the description tells us it does not pass validation. As we hover over the X, it tells us why. The description is too long and it includes invalid characters per our company standard. Let's fix that quickly, and the validation error is immediately removed. We can take a quick look at some of the other features of the eProp editor. Remember the custom iProperty named item type from before? This interface allows drop-down choices so we can easily enter the correct option. Choice lists can also be created using a database lookup. We can have other data types as well. The sales class shown here is defined as a number. It can be assigned a min, max, and increment value. Among other data types, we can also have a simple true-false as shown here for the spare part property. Now let's take a quick look at the other tabs to investigate the properties of other designs in our blower assembly. As opposed to the standard iProperty dialog, it's quite nice to be able to see in this interface only the iProperties we need for each of our designs in the blower assembly. But document name alone may not be enough information to tell us what component we're editing. By simply hovering over design, we can see its thumbnail. We can also expand the form to see a thumbnail of the currently selected design. Let's quickly look at all of our parts. The Parts tab can often become quite busy as our assemblies grow in size. It's especially busy given the small screen space we have for this video. Fortunately, the eProp editor allows us to group our designs to make it easier to edit our iProperties. We can simply drag a column header to the gray space and the grid automatically groups the designs for us. By also dragging the item type header, our designs are nicely grouped by both bill of material type and item type, making the task of finding our designs easier. Let's move on to the final tab, the sheet metal parts. We quickly notice that we have two iProperties that do not pass validation. I can clear the first error by simply entering a part number. As we investigate the next validation error, we notice that it's in a read-only cell, so we cannot set its value directly. The eProp editor can define some iProperties as dependent on other iProperties. In this case, the material iProperty is dependent on the material number. Once I enter the material number, a database lookup is performed to automatically fill in the material description. Now that all the red X's are gone, we are ready to apply our changes and release our design.